Every single person watching this right now has been lied to about learning. The biggest educational conspiracy in history has been hiding the one method that makes you learn 10 times faster, remember everything longer, and actually enjoy studying. This secret has been deliberately kept from you by a system designed to keep you struggling, confused, and dependent on traditional teaching methods that barely work. Right now, inside your brain, there's a dormant superpower so powerful that once activated, it will completely revolutionize how you absorb and master any subject on Earth. The shocking truth is that you've been using this method your entire life, but in completely the wrong way. Here's something that will blow your mind. Every time you've ever struggled to learn something in school, every moment you've felt stupid or slow, every test you've failed or barely passed, none of that was your fault. You were forced to use a broken learning system that fights against your brain's natural design. Schools use a method created over 150 years ago to train factory workers, not brilliant thinkers like you. They make you sit silently while teachers dump information into your head, like pouring water into a broken bucket. Your brain rebels against this because it's wired for something completely different, something schools desperately don't want you to discover. The moment you understand what your brain actually craves, everything changes instantly. Two students walk into the same classroom, but only one walks out transformed. Sarah spends hours reading the same pages over and over, highlighting everything yellow, making flashcards, and cramming until her head hurts. She forgets most information within 48 hours and feels exhausted by the entire process. Meanwhile, Marcus discovered the forbidden method. Instead of just studying, Marcus teaches. He explains algebra to his goldfish, creates history lessons for his little sister, records science videos for his imaginary YouTube channel, and practices giving presentations to his bedroom mirror. The results were absolutely mind-blowing. Marcus went from struggling C student to straight a genius in just 2 months. His teachers couldn't understand the transformation. His parents thought he was cheating, but Marcus had simply unlocked the teaching effect, the most powerful learning accelerator known to neuroscience. Scientists studying the human brain made a discovery that changes everything about education. When your brain prepares to teach something, it doesn't just work harder, it becomes a completely different machine. 3 separate brain regions activate simultaneously, creating a learning explosion that's literally impossible to achieve through traditional studying. Your logic center goes into overdrive, organizing information into crystal clear patterns that make perfect sense. Your language center becomes a master communicator, finding the exact words to explain complex ideas simply. Your empathy center activates, helping you understand exactly what might confuse others and how to prevent that confusion. This triple brain activation creates what researchers call the teaching effect, a learning multiplier that can make you absorb information up to 500% faster than normal studying methods. The craziest part is, this happens automatically every time you prepare to teach something to someone else. You already know this works because you've experienced it countless times without realizing it. Remember explaining your favorite video game strategy to a friend and suddenly understanding the game mechanics better than ever. That was your teaching brain in action. Remember showing your mom how to use a new phone feature and discovering functions you never knew existed. Teaching brain activated again. Remember helping your younger sibling with homework and realizing you understood the subject way better than you thought. Your brain was demonstrating its hidden superpower. Every single time you've taught something to someone else, your understanding deepened, your memory strengthened, and your confidence grew. This isn't coincidence, it's your brain operating at its optimal learning frequency. Schools hate this method because it destroys their control over your learning. The current system requires you to be passive, quiet, and dependent on teacher authority. But teaching makes you active, creative, and intellectually independent. When students start teaching each other, magical chaos erupts that schools cannot predict or control. Shy students become confident speakers, failing students suddenly master difficult concepts, bored students become passionate explorers. Class hierarchies dissolve, as everyone helps everyone else succeed. This collaborative explosion terrifies educational administrators who profit from keeping you struggling and dependent on their expensive, ineffective methods. They need you to believe that learning is hard, that you need special teachers and expensive courses to succeed. But the truth is devastating to their business model. You already possess the most powerful learning tool ever discovered, and it costs absolutely nothing to use. Real students who discovered this secret achieved results that seem impossible. Jennifer failed chemistry 3 times until she started explaining molecular structures to her pet hamster using colorful building blocks. She's now studying biochemistry at Harvard. David couldn't remember historical dates until he began telling dramatic historical stories to friends during lunch breaks. He now knows more about world history than most college professors and dreams of becoming a documentary filmmaker. Lisa struggled with foreign languages until she started teaching basic French phrases to her neighbors' children. She's now fluent in 4 languages and works as a professional translator. These aren't special people with extraordinary talents. They're regular students who stumbled onto the most powerful learning secret in human history. The difference between struggling students and learning superstars isn't intelligence, talent, or special abilities. The difference is method. Activating your teaching superpower requires specific techniques that trigger maximum brain engagement. The invisible audience method involves explaining concepts to an imaginary classroom of eager students who hang on your every word. Speak out loud, use gestures, and make your explanations as clear and engaging as possible. Your brain doesn't distinguish between real and imaginary audiences. It activates teaching mode either way. The younger sibling technique means finding actual younger kids who need help with subjects you're learning. Children are naturally curious and ask questions that force you to think deeper about your explanations. The video creator approach involves recording yourself teaching concepts as though you're creating educational content for millions of viewers. The pressure of being recorded forces your brain to organize information more clearly. The study group leader method means taking charge of study sessions and teaching difficult concepts to classmates. Leading discussions and answering questions dramatically improves your own understanding. The teaching journal technique involves writing detailed explanations of everything you learn, as though creating a textbook for future students. Writing forces deep processing that passive reading cannot achieve. The family expert strategy means becoming the household authority on fascinating subjects, sharing interesting facts and concepts with parents, siblings, and relatives who appreciate your knowledge. The transformation happens faster than you think. Day 1, explaining concepts out loud reveals gaps in your understanding you never noticed. Day 3, information starts sticking in your memory without forced repetition. Week 1, subjects that felt impossible suddenly make perfect sense. Week 2, friends start asking for your help because they notice your dramatically improved understanding. Month 1, your grades improve naturally as genuine comprehension replaces superficial memorization. Month 2, learning becomes genuinely enjoyable instead of painful struggle. Month 3, you develop unshakable confidence in your ability to master any subject quickly. The most profound change isn't better grades or improved test scores. It's discovering that you're naturally brilliant and capable of learning anything when you use the right method. Stop wasting another day using broken learning methods that keep you struggling unnecessarily. Choose one subject you're currently studying: mathematics, science, history, literature, or any topic that challenges you. Right now, teach that subject to someone or something. Explain it to your pet, your mirror, your phone camera, a younger family member, or even your houseplants. Don't worry about being perfect. Focus on being clear and enthusiastic. Make it fun. Use examples, tell stories, draw pictures, create analogies. The key is genuine engagement with the material through teaching. As you explain concepts to others, pay attention to how your understanding deepens and clarifies. Notice how questions reveal areas that need more study. Observe how teaching forces you to organize information logically and remember it effortlessly. This isn't just another study tip. This is the master key that unlocks your brain's full learning potential. You've been lied to about your capabilities for far too long. You're not slow, stupid, or bad at learning. You're incredibly intelligent and naturally gifted at absorbing knowledge when you use methods that work with your brain instead of against it. Your teaching superpower has been waiting patiently for you to discover and use it. Today is the day everything changes. Today, you become the brilliant learner you were always meant to be. Choose your subject, find your audience, and start teaching. Your transformed learning journey begins right now.